Do you guys see this? This is my National Speakers Association t-shirt, very relevant to this rant because it says, "Help, I'm speaking and I can't shut up." Help, I'm speaking and I can't shut up. So, that's the curse and the blessing of what we're talking about today. By the way, we have some fantastic, awesome web training. If you have not seen it and have not taken part in it, it's right there. doitmarketing.com/webinar. That is our little gift to the universe to prevent you from being a broke-ass loser. Now, let's talk about this term broke-ass loser. This is something that I probably get the most pushback on. I have prospects sending me angry emails. I just got one this morning. I have subscribers unsubscribing. You can't call people a broke-ass loser. You're a terrible person. It's not all about money. There's people that are hardworking, good people. I get it. I get it. I really, really, really get it. So let me explain how I use that term, why I use that term, where that term comes from, and why, after this very short little video, you might be thinking about the term broke-ass loser in a completely different way. So, broke-ass loser originates with me. I was the original broke-ass loser. So back in about 10, 11, 12 years ago, when I could not figure this business out, and I was spending money left and right, and I was not financially responsible as an entrepreneur, I had no idea about what I was doing wrong in the marketplace. I was a jack of all trades, master of none. Some of you guys have heard the story. We talk about it in almost every webinar for a couple of minutes, that I had 30 different workshop topics. 30. I was a grocery bag speaker. I had no niche, no topic. I was one of these speakers and trainers that was like anytime, anywhere, any topic, any fee. And I was going broke. I was literally going broke to the tune of $40,000 of credit card debt. One day around 2007, I woke up and I said, you know what? This isn't working. My identity is as a successful entrepreneur, and my reality is I'm a broke-ass loser. So when I moved away from that reality, and I said, I can no longer tolerate being a broke-ass loser. Being a broke-ass loser, to me, for me, was unacceptable. Starting on that day, I had to figure some things out. Some things had to change. It was no longer acceptable to me as a person, as a father, as a husband, as a breadwinner, to be broke and to be in $40,000 of credit card debt. So that's when I started to get serious. That's when I started to really study this industry. That's when I started talking very intensively to buyers. That's when I actually sat for a year on the conference producer side of the table, and I immediately saw all of the things that I was doing wrong as a speaker, coach, consultant, trainer. So when I hold out that identity of broke-ass loser, I think it's unacceptable to be in this business and be broke. It's not meant to be offensive to anything other than your self-image. And obviously, it is offensive to a lot of people's self-image. Let me just share this email that came in today. It really doesn't bother me because the person just, ships passing in the night. They totally don't get it. But let me pull it up just for fun anyway. Just for fun anyway. So here's what she said. David, thanks for the blah, 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 blah. I read it in its entirety. You make some interesting points. But language like this, settling for and being in front of broke-ass losers, end quote, is a turn-off and entirely out of line with my message. She's a little delicate snowflake. To think of people as winners and losers based on how much money they make is shallow, disturbing, and ultimately what is wrong with this world. Good luck to you as you reap millions. I'm looking for heart connection and healing. And then in parentheses, she says, I can hear you laughing. Okay, cool. So I'll tell you what's wrong with this world. What's wrong with this world is people settling for being a broke-ass loser. What's wrong with this world is what I was doing back in 2006, 7, and 8, which is being okay with not making money. Because if you're not making money, you're not having an impact. If you're not making money, you don't get the privilege of having a heart connection with an audience. You don't get the privilege of sharing your healing message. This woman's all about heart connection and healing. I will tell you, the speaker, the consultant, the coach that's making $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, they can do a lot more heart connecting and they can do a lot more healing than the people who are broke-ass losers and who are okay with being broke. People who are okay with financial mediocrity. I don't want you to be okay with financial mediocrity. You might be in financial mediocrity. You might even be in financial struggle, like I was when I had $40,000 of credit card debt. The day that changed for me wasn't the day I became rich. The day that changed for me is the day that I was still in $40,000 credit card debt, and staying a broke-ass loser became an unacceptable condition. And that's when I pulled the nose up on the plane. That's when my business started to take off. That's when I started hiring the right coaches and mentors. That's when I started paying attention to what does the world need and what can I contribute and how can I monetize my contribution. So if you'd like to do that, you're not a broke-ass loser. If you'd like to do that, regardless of what your bank statement says today, regardless of where your head is at today, where your finances are today, if that's something that you want to do, I would encourage you, hop on this free web training. Go to doitmarketing.com/webinar. It is absolutely free. It's an eye-opener. It's an eye-opener. And part of the shift that you're going to make is around this concept of money. Quoting fees, getting fees, earning fees, deserving fees, and deserving not to be a broke-ass loser anymore. Deserving, listen to my words, deserving not to be a broke-ass loser anymore. If you're ready to shift identities, and if you're now with me and you're saying, well, broke-ass loser, gosh, that used to be me. That used to be what I was about. That used to be my struggle. That used to be the monkey that was on my back. No more. No more broke-ass losers. You're not a broke-ass loser as soon as your mindset clicks in. That it is unacceptable not to make money in your entrepreneurial speaking-driven business. It is unacceptable to have a $0 month. You'll still have $0 months, trust me. But the fact that that is repulsive to you, that is unacceptable to you, the fact that you are never going to be happy or tolerate a $0 month, what does that mean? That means when it happens, you get into massive intelligent action. And you've got resources, and you've got mentors, and you've got guidance, you've got tools, and you've got go-to strategies that will elevate and escalate your business out of that rut as soon as possible. Because I'll tell you, gang, the moment that you're okay with being a broke-ass loser, the moment that you empathize and sympathize with broke-ass losers, you become one of them. You become one of them. So it's not about your financial condition. It's not about rich people are good, poor people are bad. It's about entrepreneurial mindset, skill set, and tool set, and mobilizing yourself so that you are never identifying yourself as a broke-ass loser. Even if you're on baby steps. Baby step 1, baby step 2, baby step 3, elevate and escalate up the staircase, $50,000 a year, $100,000 a year, 150, 200, 250. You'll get there. You'll get there. Maybe you're there now and you're looking for 250 to 3, 350 to 4, whatever it is. Broke-ass loser is not who you are. Broke-ass loser is what you need to run away from. Broke-ass mindset, broke-ass strategies, like make 100 cold calls a day, spam the universe, hit everyone on your LinkedIn network, send out 10,000 postcards. That's what broke-ass losers do. Sorry, that's what broke-ass losers do. That's desperation marketing. It's not thought leadership marketing. that is pitching and peddling marketing. That is not authority marketing and invitation marketing. So if you want to get all of this dialed in so that no one ever offends you by using the term broke ass loser, because now you know what that is and you know what that isn't, right here, right here, right here. Yes, there. I'm trying to point at the URL for the webinar, doitmarketing.com/webinar. Go check it out. Go check it out. Hop into that. Go check it out. You will thank me later. You can email me, david@doitmarketing.com. You can email me after watching the web training, and you tell me if the term broke ass loser offends you and it's something that you want to move away from, or if now you totally get it and your identity is going to, it's like an organ rejection, that you're going to reject that identity, get into intelligent action, never have to worry about being categorized as a broke ass loser again. All right. That's the broke ass loser rant. I promised it to you. You got it. I love you guys. Behave yourselves. Be good to each other. All right. Bye.